Okay, let's go ahead and let's interface with it. Let's go ahead and let it segue.
Making very clear that it's going to be difficult for me.
And I got my dog here, and you know what I'm saying, and they say I'm a certified Tom, what you say, right? You know what I'm saying? OG local terms. I don't understand what that is, other than you like animals and you have a model soul, if you will. You have a juxtaposition of a soul, a conflicting soul that is lie fond or something, but also fearful, I guess you could say, right? That's putting it gently, right? Okay. So let's say I like dogs, right? So basically, so what you say is I'm a Tom person. There's a movie I watched just called Life. It was Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. And someone was talking about cornbread or whatnot. And it was one of the people talking about cornbread. And basically what it was is one of the guys was a headmaster, slave master, or whatnot, or not, a whole key holder or whatnot. And I have no idea, but basically what it is Uncle Tom. So what? Let's delve deeper into this idea. Let's delve deeper into my education. Let's go task hands and let's go house person, if you will, right? Okay, so let's go withdrawal, and then let's go task hands, and let's go music and stuff like that, undistracted, and let's say, well, okay, what kind of person is a task hand? Who really works in the fields? What kind of person is a butler? What kind of person is a butler? And stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I put a history of myself, and they say, okay, well, are you a liar? You know what I'm saying? Are you a liar? And I was like, do you act like you're a national Filipino person and stuff like that? It's like, I try to be, you know what I'm saying? I tried to take some Filipino classes, but I can't stand to be in there in the same type of thing because of I don't know what you call it, distraction. I don't know what it is. It's just the chaotic nature of it. It's just so unorganized and so premature. But it's just me and my standard, and because the separation within our race itself. And I don't mean to get all historical and like kick knowledge and stuff like that. But if I'm gonna take a federal or U.S. requirement, I'm gonna take a history that maybe that I'm gonna gravitate towards that'll maybe help me. So if I'm not taking Southeast Asian history, right, because I can't stand to be around some people that want to talk about each other and such, where I'm looked at a certain type of person from the North, or some type of person of what do you call it, from Alaska or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Instead of whereas a lot of the people from Manila or whatnot, then maybe I just don't want to. Because, and you know, to kind of segue into commercials and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever's whatever, you know what I mean? Because, you know, cool, you know. Anyway, but that's besides the point, right? Because, like, you know, when I was in college or whatnot, in community college, I was in high school and stuff, I was raised around people that are familiar, that are called pagans or stuff like that, right? So, you know, I learned, I picked up some stuff, I surveyed some courses and stuff, and I picked up some stuff. You know, there's a lot of separation, like in San Diego, they have a lot of different ethnicities or dialects of the Filipinos in San Diego, right, where the Ilocanos separate themselves from the science or whatever, right? So maybe I'm premature in my whole thought of what I think of the Philippines itself and international waters and stuff like that, and their place in the world and stuff. But if I'm going to tell you, and so that's my fault of my own. I accept that as a fault of mine. That, well, you don't know your own history and stuff like that. You see, you just go on the stereotypes of saying, people saying you're cheap. Yeah, I'm a little tight-fisted, if you will, or saying you're very snobby and think you're aristocratic and all this stuff and all this stuff, when in fact, you know, such, and then besides the point and such, right? Mom's coming on in and whatnot. And so, you know, and I'm saying, and I'm gonna pause on that real quick, that idea.
friend, your shopping pal.
So, I took about a 5-minute break there, a 2-minute break. And I asked my mom, okay, so what part of the family, did such and such feels? My mom doesn't know too much about my mother's side and whatnot. And, there's tobacco fields and stuff like that or whatnot. And my mom was raised, by her uncles and stuff like that. And stuff and grandfather and father's side and stuff like that. But, I try to gather information, but there's a lot of information, there's a lot of empty loop, there's a lot of empty voids in the history itself to make me say to myself, I can't piece it together about the whole idea of it, so I try to formulate my own idea. And a lot of times when you come into the United States and you're born in the United States and where people come in from and immigrated, they try to give you the understanding of it, but you don't want to hear it because you're just kind of like, you've been here too long and have run around the United States and seasoned within the culture too long for someone outside to tell you should feel like this and you should feel like that. And it's kind of like, it just puts a bad taste in your mouth, like, man, I don't feel like hearing that, man. I got my own problems, you know what I mean? And all that stuff like that. And that's the position of people that are born here, and people that immigrate here, and then the people that are born after the people that are born here, until it just kind of dilutes or just succeeds into a nationalist family, if you will. I don't know. That's one of the dilemmas that Southeast Asian, including Filipinos, face. So if you can't take a Southeast Asian course, and that's my fault on my own. You know what I mean? If I chose to tell you, I remember that I chose that. If I didn't choose it, that's my own fault, and I have to live by that. That's how that goes.